So I was playing the piano, and a group of CCP students turned up during the middle of a live stream, and they were caught in the shot in a peripheral manner. I wasn't filming them deliberately, but they were standing there behind me about, 5 or 6 feet, and they were there with red communist flags and in red gear. And I finished my live stream and I was about to go, and the girl approached me and said, "You're not allowed to film." And I said, "What?" She said, "You're not allowed to film." And I couldn't and then she said, "No disco." And she was actually saying no disclosure. And she was waving around a Chinese form with a no disclosure thing. And I said, "Sorry, we're in a public space," because obviously in China, I've learned that they do have image protection law, but we don't have that in the UK. And then the big guy, the shouty guy, joined in, and then it turned into a pantomime. So basically, the problem started when I disagreed with the shouty guy, and then he started acting in a very peculiar manner. I said, "Are you from China?" He said, "That's not a question," whatever that meant. I thought that was a question. And then they all had communist flags, and I said, "Are you communist?" And that really just escalated the situation. That was gasoline to the fire. And then he was prevaricating, and then the lady had a flag, and I put my hand down to take it because I wanted to get the flag to show it to the camera. I put my hand down like you would just say, "Give me the flag," and then he said, "Don't touch her." Basically, he tried to make out I was doing some kind of assault. I didn't give him the reaction he wanted. He's not used to kind of cool, calm Western reactions. I think he wanted me to sort of go into hysterics, but I just thought the guy was ridiculous. Then he started pointing at me saying, "What's your name? Who are you?" I think he thought he was part of the secret police or something. And he said, "What's your name?" I said, "Who are you?" And then he started jabbing at me with his finger. "Who are you?" And then I started jabbing back. He's getting into pantomime mode. Then he said, "Are you miming me?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "What are you going to do about it?" And he just couldn't handle my attitude was very strange to him. He couldn't handle it. I think he thought I was going to, I don't know, explode. But the fact of the matter is that this was all caught on live stream. This was the whole saving grace for this incident, because apparently now there's a video going around in mainland China with the people involved in the video. And I've just seen it, and they are giving an absolutely skewed version of events. They're saying I'm a well-known troublemaker. They said that I grabbed the flag forcefully, and it's being deconstructed by Chinese speakers over here. So there's a full-scale propaganda. I don't think I can go to China in the near future. Put it this way. So that's basically, it was a comedy of errors, but it raised so many serious issues. Also, notice how he tried to play the race card. When I said, "Are you Chinese?" he immediately said, "You racist." And of course, when he said that to the British police lady, she completely crumbled, because once you mention anything like that, they just turn into a jelly, because they think that you've committed a hate crime, and they're so scared of saying anything that approaches being racist. Of course, I'm obviously not racist, but the guy was so overbearing, and he was waving a communist flag. I thought it was reasonable to ask, "Are you from China?" He said, you can't ask that. That's racist. And then that was basically it. So then they got the police on me. The police took their side. The police lady immediately took their side. I had to defend myself against literally charges of indecent assault. They said that I was racist, that I was assaulting them. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. And that the police had to delete my video. And she took their side. She took their side. And a lot of people, the police constable in the video came in for a lot of stick. A lot of people suggested she should take retraining, because I know her quite well, because I'm in the station. I have a good rapport with her, but she was totally out of her depth in this situation. She didn't know how to handle it. She took their side. And I thank God that we actually caught it on a live stream, because if I was narrating this back to you, no one would believe me. That's basically it. The authoritarianism, the entitlement, the whole aspect, the whole theme of their response to me was, this is what they were saying to me: it's my right, it's not your right, it's my right. They were saying, it's my right. And they were constantly telling me what they were allowed to do, which I thought ironic, and they were constantly telling me what I was not allowed to do. And I thought, come on, for goodness sake, you are here shouting at me from communist China, telling me what I'm not allowed to do and telling me what your rights are. It was an absolute farce. So I think the authoritarianism, what they do is the paradox of this situation is that they enjoy living over here in the West, but they retain the authoritarian mentality of the Communist Party. So their mindset was firmly based in China, and it did not work on me. And I think the whole world, the whole free world, has shown them up for what they were. It's badly backfired on them. Now that shouty guy's an internet star. We're all far too compliant today, you know. There's so many people around telling us what to do, what we can think, what we can't think, what we can do, what we can't do. We've kind of almost been battered into submission, I think, over here in the Western world. I think people are too cowed, you know. And when he started shouting at me, I thought that's enough. Enough is enough. You know, I thought, I'm not doing anything wrong. He's approached me. He's telling me what to do. And I just said no in a polite manner. I mean, we are entitled to say no. Nobody wants to be abrasive. Everybody wants to be cooperative. But I think the video shows that they were the aggressors, you know. They were the aggressors. And it's been pointed out that these people, even though they're aggressors, constantly paint themselves as the victim. Did you notice that? You know, I was trying to touch the lady. I was racist. They were the ones being aggressive, but they were painting themselves as the victim. So it was classic gaslighting. I don't know whether the whole communist system is narcissistic. Perhaps we could do some psychoanalysis on that, you know. But the gaslighting was unreal from this guy. I don't know whether gaslighting is rampant in China, but he was a total gaslighter. And it gave me an insight. It gave me a real interest into the Chinese psychology, the communist Chinese psychology. It was fascinating experiencing it. I'm glad I'm not in China. I think this video has captured the imagination because there's so much to it. There's a clash of cultures. There's the political correctness. There's the state of the police. There's freedom to produce music. There's the expression of the arts. There's so many ways you could actually approach this interaction. You know, I mean, the Sunday, the newspaper, the Mail, is doing an article on Sunday, and they're approaching it from a different perspective. They're doing it from the hate crime perspective. You know, so there's so many different angles to this. But for me, the biggest thing is it's really piqued my interest in China. It really has. And the whole concept of the Communist Party, the factions in the Communist Party, the Chinese psychology, the extent to which a lot of Chinese don't agree with the Communist Party. So for me, I'm going to do some research on China. I've made a lot of good Chinese friends over the past 12 days. And I'm going to continue pursuing that. But I really don't think I can go to China ever after this. You know, I also have a Bilibili channel in somebody does a Bilibili, which is the Chinese YouTube. So I don't know what's going on there. But my name is like blackened now in China. I can't go. They think I'm some sort of thug. And all the people in the video are making TikTok videos in China of me with my face blurred out saying this is a thug. He's well known in England. He grabbed the flag. Basically absolute lies. And if I didn't have the live stream, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. So propaganda is another thing. How facts can be twisted and how you do need to film yourself. But I think everyone will take their own sort of message from this video. But in about 10 minutes, it contains so many, I think, cultural and political flashpoints that I think it's just caught people's imagination.